Knowing and understanding millennial buyers is absolutely critical to your short and long-term success as a real estate professional. And what happened after interest rates normalized, meaning they went up into more historical levels where they're at right now, millennials were the largest and still represent the largest segment of home buyers out there. The problem is their point of reference has always been really low interest rates. Older generations have experienced higher interest rates. Even Gen Z, they were just coming into the marketplace when interest rates went up. So even they're okay with it. It's the millennial generation that really took a step back. And so it really impacted all of our businesses as real estate professionals. But there's a great survey that just came out. So what I do is I have different searches set up that notify me of articles every day. And I keep track specifically of millennials and Gen Z because I want to be on the cutting edge of what they're thinking to help convert leads and help get people into homes. So I want to share this article on the 6 things they're now willing to accept. And there's some golden nuggets there that shows real opportunity for you as a professional. So let me jump to this article and show you. Also, I've attached in the email, if you're getting the email version of the Tuesday tips, the link to the article so you can read it as well. So let's review it. So it was Clever, a real estate data company recently published its Millennial Homebuyer Report 2024 edition. You can probably click on the link and delve into it a little bit deeper, but here's the 6 takeaways. Number 1, accept a higher interest rate. That's a big deal because that's the number one thing. They're just like, no, I'm going to wait. They're starting to say, I don't want to wait any longer. I'm willing to accept a higher rate. Now, there's things you can do to entice them more, but that's a subject for a different video. But that's a big takeaway. They're now willing to accept that higher rate. So let's see what else. Buy a cheaper home. That's sort of an obvious one for any of us that's in this business, but the fact of the matter is you can just lower the price point. And, I want to mention something to you. So I did a video last week's Tuesday tips about payment shock, not payment shock, but housing payment as a basis of affordability and what percentage it should be, etc. The problem with most agents is that you don't have a deep and good lending partner to get your buyers over to that understand a financial planning point of view. Because if you get the payment right, you're going to be okay. But accepting a higher rate, flexibility on price, those are some things that are starting to happen that you can take advantage of. Let's look what else they had to say. Buying a home sight unseen. To me, this isn't really super sexy or exciting, although it's interesting but it does point to more flexibility, especially if it has a great price, new construction, someone they trust is looking at it, there's other competition or seller concessions. But here's another big one, a fixer-upper. And here was something I thought was a huge takeaway. They're so driven to buy a home that we'll be considering the following. Smells like cigarette smoke. No central air conditioning. Has asbestos. Has mold. Has termites. Has leaky roof. Has a foundation. I mean, I'm almost laughing about that a little bit just because obviously we'd have to correct most of that stuff, but it just shows you that these millennial buyers are hungry. If you just get in front of them with an attitude of, hey, I can absolutely find you a great house. I'm going to help build you a great mortgage plan. And we're going to get you the right situation you can afford. You will kill it, most millennials. Let's look at a couple of the other takeaways from it. Taking drastic measures, getting an extra job, moving to a more rural area, renting a room out in their house. That's a house act strategy I've talked about. Skipping some of their other debt payments, not necessarily a good idea unless you know what you're doing with that one. Delaying having children, delaying having wedding. The biggest thing is that they're willing to do things to get down, and then they're waiting until they save to 20% down payment. They're now they only have $10,000 to spend on average, and so here's a few ways they want to plan to save part of their paycheck, invest, cut back on non-essentials, etc. Once again, the affordability issue comes down to having the right conversation and a really good look at their finances and help them understand how to manage those finances. I do that for people, so I can help you convert your millennial buyers. We're killing it with millennial buyers right now. They just need someone that can go in and give them the right information to build the right plan with the right mortgage and the right price point, and they will absolutely buy, especially when they understand that first home could be a starter home that they can eventually turn into a rental property, and the starting of a real estate investment portfolio, you can get people to buy those starter homes at lower price points, and it all works out. If you'd like to connect with me, I'd love to help you build your business. Please reach out, and I hope you found this information valuable and put it to good use. Have a great day.